Chairman. In accordance with the Localism Act, it's a legal requirement to have a code of conduct in place. Ainscough Associates Limited were engaged to undertake a light touch review of the current code of conduct to help identify any potential gaps or where aspects of the code could be clearer or strengthened. The draft code largely retains the ethos and principles set within the existing North Stephen Code of Conduct, with some modifications, especially with regard to provisions related to interest, the gifts and hospitality was proposed to reduce the threshold from £50 to 25. Consultation had taken place with the Standards Committee, an independent person. The comments were also sought from parish councils in relation to their experience of applying the current Code of Conduct. The report on local government ethical standards by the Committee on Standards in Public Life has been very recently released, and this contains 15 best practice recommendations which this Council either already adheres to or proposal of being included in the amended code. The report on local government ethical standards also proposed 26 recommendations to government, and the Executive Board noted that one of the recommendations in relation to members' use of social media and the presumption of acting in the capacity of a member. Although this is a recommendation to government to change prime legislation, the current social media policy applies to both members and officers in terms of expected behaviour, and so I believe it already covers members' conduct on social media. Having given this further consideration and discussion with Boyer and Ainscough and the Monitoring Officer, I wish to amend the current recommendation to Council by deleting the reference in Recommendation 1A from page 21 of the agenda. As part of the Council's ongoing review of constitutional matters, I will seek a review of the social media policy to ensure that it continues to reflect the changing face of social media. So the amendment to Recommendation 1A, I move this Recommendation 2 are set out on page 21. Thank you.
Seconder?
Mr. Chairman, I second.
Thank you. Anyone would like to speak? Councillor London.
Thank you, Chairman. First of all, as a matter of clarity, in our printed back here on page 21, we've got resolved by the Executive Board, and then on the background information on page 189, we have a different resolution from the Executive Board, I believe. But I'll ask for clarification on that in a moment. But we're also looking at the process here. The monitoring officer is in a position to bring forward changes to the Code of Conduct. The way it's set out is the monitoring officer, in conjunction with the chairman of the Standards Committee, bring forward suggestions to the Executive, and then the Executive bring those suggestions through to full Council. That's my understanding of it here. What I was going to suggest is that the leader and the chair of the Standards Committee might look at including the whole Standards Committee within that process. This would help, I believe, in terms of best practice, and particularly in terms of political balance, to ensure that as those recommendations come forward towards full Council, they can be endorsed by all members of this Council of whatever political party or indeed not. Thank you, Chairman.
Councillor Wright?
Chairman, can I have that clarification?
Sorry.
Would that be possible?
Councillor Lundgren, page 189, that recommendation was actually from the Standards Committee.
Chairman?
Yes.
Chairman, sorry, that does confuse me a little bit. I apologise for not realising that came through from the Standards Committee. So, would it be possible to have an explanation as to how that recommendation has changed to the one that we have in the agenda at this time? Because the wording is quite different and the process is quite different.
Councillor, apologies. Councillor Lundgren, I assume you're referring to recommendation 2?
Chairman, it's recommended, it's number 3 on page, paragraph 3 on page 21, and it's recommendation 1 and, so resolve 1 and to on page 189.
Councillor Lundgren, number 3 on page 21 was what was resolved by the Executive Board. So, following the resolution by the Standards Committee, as shown on page 189, that gave me the authority to amend anything in consultation with the Standards Committee, who at that point had made the recommendation before it went to the Exec Board. Obviously, it's gone to the Executive Board and then resolved by the Executive Board that if there were to be any amendments between then and this, it would be in conjunction with the Standards Committee Chairman and the Leader of the Council, who were both Chairmen of the two committees that you've been to effectively, hence the difference. But number 3 isn't a recommendation, it's just the resolution of the Executive Board at that stage. Does that?
Thank you, Chairman. I think that explains it.
Councillor.
Thank you. I would just like to clarify. I think what we're saying, am I right, that we are taking out, that the leader is taking out the section with all reference to the social media and us behaving, whatever we do on social media is acting our official duty as a councillor. That's all out. I think I understand that correctly. Secondly, do I understand it that any future changes to the Code of Conduct after this will be recommended by the monitoring officer and then will be considered by the whole of the Standards Committee and then come to full council? Is that what we're saying about the future of future changes in the Code of Conduct? Thank you.
So I only have the authority to make the changes as approved tonight, and then obviously prior to the effect of the 7th of May.
Oh, I see. Okay. So this is only...
Is there any other people requiring to speak? Councillor Hay.
Thank you, Chairman. Just one point that I would like to make as regards the item that's been removed from the Code of Conduct, because I'm sure this will come up again before Council, depending on legislating changes. That clause doesn't relate purely to social media. It says quite clearly that councillors would be presumed to be acting in their official capacity, whatever they do in their public life. So I think members need to be aware of that. It would apply to everything that we do in our public life, walking down the street, Tesco, whatever. The other thing which I would just bring out from the review on the ethical standards, and it says in here in the executive summary, the monitoring officer is the linchpin of the current standards arrangements. And maintaining an ethical culture day-to-day relies on an impartial, objective monitoring officer who has the confidence of all councillors and who is professionally supported by the Chief Executive. Now, I accept that, but I would endorse the fact that any changes that come forward are subject to all due scrutiny before they come before council for approval. I think it's very important for all of us to be confident that the changes that are made to the code and the demands that are made on us have gone through the right scrutiny process. Thank you, Chair.
Councillor Muffin.
Thank you. I'm very pleased that this mysterious thing has gone on and it's now off, because I see myself as being individually responsible for, as it says in the LGA Committee on Standards on Public Life, it says ethical culture starts with tone. Because if I were to go on to the Twitter feeds of certain members in this chamber, I'm sure there would be some breaches if we had just passed that information, that bit today. So I hold myself, I'm very libertarian in my views, and I believe in the freedom of speech, but I think that the tone that we set here is so significant in how we treat one another, whether it's in here or on social media. So maybe that's the thing that we need to be thinking about, the ethics that we hold And I have screenshots of things that I've seen on social media by people in this room that, I'm not easily offended, but I think, ooh, little bit on the bone there. So I just like people to be aware of that. What you put out there is out there. Even if you delete it now, it's still somewhere.
Councillor Wright.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll just respond to comments made that were involving the monitoring officer. I think it's clear there's been some kind of confusion on the opposition benches as to the report, and clarification could have been sought prior to this meeting, but it was about just making the changes that were required, as is described. And I would also like to, as it was mentioned, that the integrity of the monitoring officer and the impartiality is beyond question, and that's it should just not, I'm surprised it's been sort of spoken about in this chamber this evening. It's surprising that we're spending so much time and people get so excited about the code of conduct. The social media reference, yes, as Councillor Head correctly said, it goes far further than that, but it was used as an example. The public would find it very hard to understand where we are councillors and where we stop being councillors. As far as I'm concerned, as soon as I became a councillor and people know you're a councillor and you speak, they assume you're doing so as a councillor. And so I'm very minded, and I'll be very interested to see why breaches of the code have not been reported on Twitter. I know that if I'm not putting my targeted things out on Twitter or informative, then all the things that I say are actually correctly, factually correct, and make sure that I don't fall foul of any breaches. And I don't know many councillors myself that have done so. I know a few of them on Twitter. I know some people like to get fairly close, but let's, I shall look with interest to see who it is who's breaking the code. But this, as I said this evening, that recommendation was withdrawn. We now await the ethical standards report to see how far that goes and if it does receive primary legislation. At that point, then discussion will be useless as we will all be subject to that legislation. So I personally don't have a problem at all with the code of conduct that actually states that the public ought to be able to assume that what I need to do in public life matches the office that I hold. Thank you.
We'll now go to the vote. All those in favour? Against? Abstain?
One abstention, Chair.